saying sorry for the things I know I should have done. All the things I could have said come back to me. Sometimes I wish that it had just begun. Seems I'm always that little too late all of my life.
Very profound line somewhere, and I really like it. It says, your age is a proof of your strength. So this is the opposite of what we think in a senior's age. We feel that we are weak. We feel that we are, we're not fit for this community anymore. But this line tells me something else. It says that your age is a proof of your strength. Every wrinkle holds a story. Every wrinkle on your face holds a story. And every step forward is a victory. Because you have passed through the hardship. You have seen so many storms and you withhold that storms. That's a victory. Today, you're sitting here because you have seen the worst of your life already. Yes, there were some good and there were some difficult moments. And that's how Allah has written, or God has written our faith. We have to go through all that. But if you are sitting there, which means that you are strong. You're strong. And you have so much to teach to coming generation, younger generation, because of your wisdom and your experiences. So your age is actually your strength. It's not your weakness. So today we have to change this perspective that we are not weak, but we are strong. Because what we have, younger generation, they don't have that. They have to go through some severe, serious and harsh experiences to get to that level. And by that time, they will be senior and they will be doing the same thing for the coming generation. And there is another line that is said by Maula Ali, Maula Ali Rahmatullah alayhi. He said that, in fact, I would say Maula Ali alayhi salam, he said that the most complete gift of God is a life based on knowledge and wisdom. So Allah has given us, or God has given us so many gifts throughout our life, but a life which is full with wisdom and knowledge is one of the greatest God, a gift from the God. Okay, so I will try to divide my talk with you into two parts. One is more generalized idea of how to fit in, or how to stay lively, I would say, in this age and within the community. And the other part will be from my financial background, and it will be useful for our seniors. The first thing is, when we feel that we have nothing to do, when we feel that we have no one to talk to, when we feel that we are socially isolated, nobody else is coming to cheer you up. You have to find your happiness yourself. So build a routine. Think about something. Make yourself busy in something which is constructive, which is positive. Build a routine of something, right? Jot down what activities you like to do and start doing it every day. Every day. So you have something to do every day, which means that you're not idle anymore. Which means that you're not sitting idle, you're not isolated anymore. You are doing something. And that could be anything. It varies from person to person, right? It varies from person to person. What are your interests? What are your likeness? What was your passion? What do you think that you're good about? If nothing else, can you help people from your life experiences? Just talk to them. So first thing is, build a routine with a structure. So you build a consistent schedule, and then follow that schedule every day. You feel like that you have something to do every day. So that, thought will be nullified. The second thing is, reach out intentionally. What does it mean? So when we feel that, our kids are so busy in their life and the youngsters are so busy, they don't really have time to sit and talk to us. When they were young, we used to talk to them a lot, but now they are so busy, they don't really have time for us. And we feel like lonely within our own household. Reach out intentionally. So now it's your turn to reach out to people. That could be your children, that could be your cousins, your relatives, your friends, your neighbors. Reach out intentionally. So make effort. Reach out to them. Send them a text message. Give them a call. Maybe just pay a visit. Just have a small chit chat. People who never talked like many years. Talk to your children. When they are not reaching out to you, reach out to them. Talk to them. Hey, what's going on? What's happening in your life? Is there anything I can help you with? You know, if you know about something that they were going through, talk about that. Reach out intentionally. So don't just sit and wait for people to reach out to you, because they're very busy. So now it's our turn to reach out intentionally and show your presence. Show your presence. And show them what you can give them, even though you are in a senior age. Well, some of you are not even senior, but you know, we all are heading towards that, and it's a life cycle. So reach out to people intentionally so that you can feel like, you know, you are still connected with your family, you're still connected with your friend circle. Find your friends, where they are, what they're doing. You may find some common grounds to talk to. You may have some similar challenges you are going through. Talk to them. Maybe you are a useful link. Maybe you will be able to guide them out of your experiences and change someone's life. And then cherish that moment that you're useful. That you are still, there is a duty that we opt. That duty is our profession. We opt a duty to fulfill the responsibilities towards our kids and our families. But then there is a duty that our Creator has bestowed upon us. And that duty is to stay active, lively, and useful for other human beings. If you can't find something else, maybe just be nice to other creations. Maybe be nice to animals. Join something that is taking care of animals if you can't do something else. There's always so much to do. There's always so much to do. And there are so many options. We have to dig deep, and we have to act upon and reach out to our loved ones, friends, intentionally, rather than just sitting and waiting for them to come towards us. The other problem we have, that we feel like alienated from our communities, right? So especially in Canadian way of living, we are very much divided into socio-cultural plus religious communities, right? And that is a common thing in a multicultural system. So if you think that you are feeling a bit behind or not connected, find where you will find people, look for people who are like-minded. For example, churches, be a part of church. Mosque, be a part of mosque. You know, go there every day. Maybe just take part in some volunteer work. You will make new friends. People will miss you there. People will wait for you there. People will assign you tasks. Take upon tasks. You will feel useful, that you're doing something. Sit in those gatherings where you will talk about or listen the talks which maybe appease you or related to your background, your religion, your anything that maybe similar interest circles. Join communities, right? Join mosques, join clubs, join churches, join temples. Wherever you think that you're a best fit, go there. You know, be a part of that. Just be a volunteer. And you feel like that there is something to do every day. Then you will have something to do in your calendar rather than sitting idle and doing nothing and thinking bored or not usable. You will always have something in your calendar to look for. Oh, I'm busy in the mosque. I'm busy. I have to go to church. I have to do this. There's an event happening. I'm doing this stuff. So you will feel active. And that is also good for your mental and physical abilities. So in our elderly ages, the problem is our cognitive abilities becomes very slow. And eventually we just give up. But we don't have to give up. We have to keep our muscles functioning. So brain has muscles too. So those memory muscles, those intelligence muscles, we need to continue to use them rather than sitting there and then you feel rusty. So when we are joining, let's say if you join some clubs, some let's say religious organizations like mosques or temples or churches maybe, then your cognitive abilities will revive again, right? That will be good for your health too. Not only physical health, but also mental health. So we talked about three things. One is, establish a routine. Number 2, reach out to people intentionally. Number 3, joining the groups, activities, or communities where you can take part and be useful. The other very important challenge and a solution is, which is actually related to yourself. Be positive. Don't dwell in bitter memories of your life. We all have some bitter memories in our life. Something not so good happened, and we are dwelling in the past. We are cursing our past. We are feeling constant guilty that I have not done that, or I wish that situation never had happened. I wish that I could have changed that situation. No, you cannot do anything. You don't have to dwell in those bitter memories anymore, right? Because past cannot be changed. Future cannot be controlled. But we only have our today. So cherish the good memories of your life. Think about positiveness. Be thankful to your Creator. That your Creator has given so much in your life that you have care about. That could be anything. So do not dwell or do not consume yourself into negative or pessimistic thoughts of your past. The past is history, right? We still have some future left ahead of us. And today is the day when we have to start thinking positive, be thankful to your Creator, so remaining the rest of our life we have, the future, will be better than our past. So this is very important, and that's related to our own self, our own thought process. Be positive, think positive, forget about the negative, or don't even think about it. You can't change it. You don't have to scratch an old wound again and again and again and again. It will never heal up. It will continue to bleed. It will continue to go worse and worse. Could become cancer if you continue to do that. You don't want to do that. Just forget about it. Put a Band-Aid on it and forget about it. Let it heal. But the problem is we are emotional beings, and we always tend to go back in our past and start scratching that past. And that past will start bleed again, give us pain, and it'll feel very bad. So we have to just commit yourself today. Now you don't have to look or peek into the dark phases of your life anymore. It's done. If you have done something wrong, we all are human. Don't dwell in it. Just seek forgiveness. Your Creator is ready and willing and always ready to forgive us. So seek forgiveness, move on. Think positive, do positive, think positive, and look for positive stuff, whatever happened in your life. So that's related to us, ourselves. The other very important aspect of being senior is that we may have, and there is no denial to that, we may have a lot of challenges related to our health, right? It's a given. We can be physically weak, we can be sick inside or ill inside, or we may have some disease, we may have some serious illness, we may have some memory issues, we have some mental incapacity issues. Embrace your age with dignity. Embrace every change, whatever is happening in your life, with dignity. And seek a professional help, which is very important. There are professionals in every aspect of our physical or mental problems. Seek help. Don't just stay quiet. Don't just suffer. Don't just suffer. Share your problem. Look for professionals who can help heal you physically, who can help you mentally. Go and look for that help. There are people who can guide you where you can get those type of help. So don't just suffer. You have to share what you're going through with someone you can trust. That could be someone within your family or within your circle of friends. So that is very important. Don't be shy of, knowing or revealing the problems, mental or physical, you're going through. Go and seek out help. They are professional. The other thing is, and it's very important, I heard so much about it, and I think it's true, and that maybe some of you will vouch that when we become old, or let's say, elderly, our temperament, thought process, a lot of things are similar as we were in our childhood. We get angry so quick. We sometimes need someone to look after us. We sometimes, or most of the time, we need attention. And we become like extra or super hyper in elderly ages as we used to be in our childhood. That we were like crying for every little thing that, it's an earth-shattering thing happened. Maybe another kid has taken our toy, then we used to like cry all day, all night, that the entire universe has been taken away from us, right? And those are natural feelings in younger age, like in childhood. But when we become elderly, we also become hypersensitive, And we keep on looking at faces. Oh, my son, he didn't talk to me today. What has happened? He doesn't love me anymore because I'm not useful anymore. And then if we are not crying out loud, we are crying inside because we are not getting attention that we may be expecting. And that's okay because we are weak physically and emotionally. What we need to do, live your childhood again. Revisit your old hobby that you used to do. For example, when I was a child, or maybe a teenager, or early teenager, maybe preteen, I used to have a couple of hobbies. I used to play game, but then I also have some indoor hobbies. For example, and maybe some of you may have this hobby in your childhood. I used to collect stamps. I used to collect, currency notes and currency of coins of other countries. And I had a good stash of all these when I was young. I used to collect stickers of dinosaurs, and I had a book. And trust me, even today, I feel like I need to start my hobby again. Well, my kids may be thinking that, what dad is doing, but this is my childhood again. I don't have to worry about raising kids anymore. I don't have to about earning money anymore. I don't have to think about building a house anymore. I don't have to think about pleasing people anymore. This is my life. This is me. And I need to spend my time. Revisit your old hobby. If you never had a hobby, create a hobby. Make one. Just have a constructive hobby. Be a collectible of something. Those little things can have a very, very positive impact. You will, trust me, you will be happy and you will cherish revisiting your hobby every day. You will look at your collections with so much passion. You will feel that you are a child again. Try that. There are some people, they still have, even their older ages, they still carry on their hobbies. For example, I have met people, I met one guy, he used to collect those car models, like the tiny little cars? They're actual models of cars, and some vintage cars, some newer models, and those type of cars. He had tons of collection. And he was so passionate about every model he has collected. And he has a story about every model he has collected. I used to talk to him and he used to tell me with so much passion, hey, Iqtidar, I tell you what, this model, I got it from there. And this is how I got it. And this model, I got it from so and so country. To get this model, I had to travel so many kilometers. And you know what? This vintage model, the price of this vintage model is so and so. And he was so passionate about it. So his life is full of something. Right? We have created our own void. We don't have to. This is our life. This is your life. Fill it up. Do something. Do something that you think that you're passionate about. Revisit your hobby and start it again. And don't be shy doing it. Don't be shy. You know, if you never had a hobby, start. Think about something. Start a hobby. And the last point on this part of my speech, which is the elderly age situation, and I talked about it already, kinda, that, you know, let go of your past bitterness and embrace the positive of your past and be positive, continue on. So that's the part of my speech related to being an old. Being an old is a blessing. Trust me, this is how we learn from our Creator and also from the messengers, that always think positive, look positive, there's always positive for you. What is the positive in this life that we don't really acknowledge? Number one, you are more intelligent, you have more wisdom as compared to people who are younger age. You have no responsibilities towards world anymore. You have accomplished. Be satisfied. Feel satisfied. Feel satisfied. Feel accomplished. Give a pat on your back that you've done it. You know, don't be someone who can just always think that, you know, I have to do. I heard this a very little analogy, and I always liked it, and I feel like this is so relevant that, you know, in this age, we are thinking so much about our children. Although our children are all married, they have their households, they are living their life, they are making more money than you ever made money, right? They have their own houses, they have their children, they have their responsibilities, and we've been thinking about them constantly. Are they okay? Are they fighting each other? You know, are their kids okay? Is the job going well? Like, what are you gonna do with them? This is their life, let them face. You have done your part. If your children or one of your child is going through some, you know, hardship, we are so much worried that we can probably change the situation. You cannot do that except just pray for them and give them the right advice. So don't overwork your thoughts on something that you cannot change, you know. So the analogy I heard was very relevant, that, you know, there was a rabbit, and the rabbit used to, you know, in the morning, he used to come out from his wherever he used to live, come out, and he used to sit like upright and had his little hands up towards the sky, like this, right? And he stayed there like all day, not eating, not resting, all worried, sweating, and other animals used to, you know, watch the rabbit, and they used to feel pity about it. Like, what the hell happened to this rabbit? What he's doing? Is something wrong with this rabbit? So one day, they decided to go and talk to the rabbit. And then they say, hey, dude, what's happening with you? We've been seeing, like, every day you come out in the morning and you would just keep your hands up all the time, you're looking all the towards the sky, and you stay like that. You don't eat, you don't drink, you don't play with us anymore. You are always worried. What's happening? He said, don't disturb me. No, we're not disturbing, we're trying to help you. Like, is there anything we can do? Like, you need some assistance? He said, no. They said, okay, fine, then come play with us and have some food with us. He said, no, I cannot do that. Why? Because my hands are tied. No, your hands are not tied. Who tied your hands? Can you look at them? My hands are up and they're tied. Tied with what? You have your hands up, and this is you who are looking up. What's happening? He said, if I put my hands down, can't you see that I'm holding the sky from falling down? If I put my hands down, the sky will fall on all on us, like myself and yourself too. All our house will be ruined, and we will be the rebels. Everyone will die. Let me hold the sky. I'm holding the sky for you guys. And this is what we do in old age.
So I just just to give a summary of what my friend, my newfound sister in the Soul Tribe summed up about me is I'm just trying to help spread harmony and balance throughout the world, so we can all embrace each other under the collective unity of love. And I think through spreading love, a lot more people will be healed throughout the world. So I hope that helps to sum it up quickly. Yeah. Okay. And now I'll sing the song. Put your faith in what you most believe in. Two worlds, one family. Trust your heart, let fate decide to guide these lives we see. A paradise untouched by man, within this world blessed with love. A simple life, they live in peace. Softly tread the sand below your feet now. Two worlds, one family. Trust your heart, let fate decide to guide these lives we see. Beneath the shelter of the trees, only love can enter here. A simple life, they live in peace. Raise your head up, lift high the loud. Take strength from those that need you. Build high the walls, build strong the beams. A new life is waiting, but danger's no stranger here. No words describe a mother's tears. No words can heal a broken heart. A dream is gone, but where there's hope, somewhere something is calling for you. Two worlds, one family. Trust your heart, let fate decide to guide these lives we see.
Thank you, amazing.